Hello everyone, how are you? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Nina, or otherwise known as Sinfulpluto, and today we are going to be doing a message. We are going to be relaying a message that anyone might need to hear at this time. I'm going to pull an oracle card, maybe two, and then I'm going to go ahead into tarot. This is just a general message for anyone who comes across this, for anyone who needs to hear this. So whatever message comes through, that's the thing that's going to come through. So let's just go ahead and get started. I'm going to be using the Starseed Oracle by Rebecca Campbell and Danielle Noel. I love this deck, and then I'm going to be using the Light Seers Tarot in a minute. So let's just go ahead. Oh, and before anything falls out, very quickly, I just want to say this is a general message. Obviously, this isn't going to resonate with everyone. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Use your discernment and your critical thinking, okay? Please do that. So let's just go ahead and get started. So, Spirit, what messages does someone need to hear in the collective at this time? What messages need to come through today at this very moment for the collective? What message needs to come through today? All right, so we have the card that fell out is You Are Not Alone, Isolation, Physical Connection, and Community. I like this. So for whoever this might resonate with, this You Are Not Alone card really tells me that some of you may have been isolating yourself. I kind of think of the Hermit reversed, someone who is pushing people away. It could be that you are pushing people away in your life for whatever reason that might be, whether it is because you are going through a tough time in your life, or because you feel that you can't trust anyone, or because you feel like no one really understands you, or maybe you just don't want to talk to anyone. Maybe you've gotten so used to being on your own. Maybe you've gotten so used to being in bed all day with the blinds closed and no light coming in, you know, barely drinking water, barely taking care of yourself, being on social media all of the time, every day. Maybe you have grown used to that. Maybe that is a habit that you have grown very accustomed to. And it could be that this is working to your detriment. And I feel that this is saying that you don't have to be alone. You don't have to be going through the same motion of life in terms of like going on social media all day and just doing that. I feel that, you know, it's important to stay connected with the outside world, to the world that is right in front of you, and not just push everyone away. I think that it's important for you to build a sense of community, whoever this is for. I think that it's so important for you to build a sense of community, and if you don't have that, then work towards that. I really recommend and encourage you to work towards that in however way that you can, whether this means joining a club at school, or, you know, taking some courses at a place, or, I don't know, doing some form of extracurricular activity, or joining a sports team, or joining like an art club or something. Whatever the case is, I really do encourage you to get yourself out there and not push people out. And for some of you, this can mean that maybe you have been feeling really lonely and feeling really isolated because maybe you feel misunderstood by the world, or maybe you feel that no one really wants to understand you, right? And maybe you are one of those people where you are surrounded by all of these friends, but maybe those friends don't actually know you. Maybe there is a lack of vulnerability on your end, or even on their end. and maybe there is a lot of superficiality, and maybe you're friends with these people because it's convenient or because it's socially acceptable, or whatever the case is, then I really feel that it's important for you to find your niche, to find the, not necessarily category, but the group of people that love and accept you for who you are, and have unconditional positive regard towards you, rather than people who are critical of you or that you have really superficial relationships with or whatever have you. I really feel that this is definitely a time for you to get out and talk to people that you genuinely connect with. And here we have physical connection. It literally says physical connection, and I think that this is so important. No matter how many online friends we have, we still need physical connection. We still need to socialize in the outside world. We as humans absolutely need that. And I'm not saying I'm not saying that we're not allowed to have online friends. Online friends is a really great thing, but we also need to be going out and socializing and having new experiences outside of social media and outside of the internet. We need that. We absolutely need that. And we cannot continue to make excuses for ourselves. And this doesn't mean to make friends with anyone just for the convenience of it and having any form of social interaction. No. If you are someone who requires like an emotional connection with someone to be friends with them, then seek that. Go to places, if they are available and accessible to you, that fit what you are looking for. So if you're a book nerd, go to Barnes & Noble, go to your local bookstore, and talk to anyone who you find interesting there, even if it's small talk. Even if you don't end up being, long-lasting friends with this person, even if you just end up having a conversation with them, that's better than nothing. And that helps you push you out of your shell, and it helps you to build stronger confidence in yourself to talk to strangers. We need more of that. We need more people, because I feel that has been decreasing a lot because of social media and because of our phones and because of technology. And not to say that technology is bad, but when it's taken to the extreme, we've gotten to the point where we don't talk to the people that are right in front of us, and we need to be doing that. We need to talk to the people right in front of us, because that's directly accessible to us. We can't continue running away from reality whenever our immediate surroundings are not exactly what we wish them to be, if that makes sense. So that's really what I have for this oracle. I really feel that community and building physical connection with people is so necessary. Even like physical touch, that can be so impactful for a lot of us. Obviously, people have different experiences with physical touch and whatnot, but I really do feel that in general, we need that one-on-one contact with people. We need that face-to-face contact with people that we don't get through social media and through the internet and things along those lines. And not to say, like I said, not to say that that social media is bad and that whatever. I'm saying that there has to be a balance. So let's see what else we have. And it's so cool because I have the Three of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, which is also community and collaboration and teamwork. So I think that's a big message coming through. All right, so Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective at this time? We have the Emperor, which is all about taking initiative and taking control of one's own life and thinking 10 steps ahead, thinking of how to do certain things, thinking of strategies and whatnot, because we have the chess piece right here, right? And when you're playing chess, you're playing the long game. You got to think 10 steps ahead so that you can win. And I feel that it's important for whoever needs to hear this. Oops. Oh no. For whoever, can you see my dirty laundry? For whoever needs to hear this, you need to be taking initiative, whether it's with talking to people, with collaborating, with networking, with socializing, whatever it is, you need to be taking initiative because no one else is going to do it for you. Friends aren't going to be dropping into your lap so easily. You have to go out of your way to talk to people, okay? And I know that it's nerve-wracking, especially for people who deal with anxiety, such as myself. I personally definitely deal with social anxiety. And I have been going through the same challenges of talking to people and making friends. And it's definitely nerve-wracking. And it's easier for me to fall back into my old ways of just not talking to people, but I literally need to. It's survival in a sense. Not survival in the sense that I'm gonna die if I don't have friends outside of outside of social media or anything, but we are social creatures. We need it. We literally need it. It's part of our development. We need it. So let's see. What message, Spirit, what messages do you have for anyone in the collective? What messages does the collective need to hear at this time? What message do you have to share for anyone in the collective right now? What is the message that someone needs to hear at this time? All right. Okay, we have that. Oops. We have the Hierophant reverse. So we have Taurus, Capricorn energy. This to me talks about being unconventional, doing things differently, breaking from any sort of power plays or breaking any sort of like, what's the thing? Like breaking any sort of cycle of like powers of abuse or abuse of power, powers of abuse, breaking like the cycle of abuse of power, breaking free from the chains of anyone trying to have something over your head or anything like that. And we have the World reversed. We have the Fool reversed. Page of Swords reversed. Six of Cups. And the Three of Pentacles again. Bottom of the deck is the Seven of Swords reversed. Alrighty, so Hierophant reversed can be a lack of commitment or a breach of commitment, a breaking of commitment. It could also be, like I said, doing things differently, being very unconventional, breaking the traditions. And then we have the World reversed, which is a lack of fulfillment, a lack of closure, cycles repeating itself, history repeating itself, not learning a lesson. And then we have the Fool reversed, which is, to me, kind of talking about someone who needs to take a leap of faith and they don't want to because they keep on wanting to go back to their old ways, to their old life, right? The Fool reversed to me is someone who's building up momentum. And right when they're about to take that leap, they psych themselves out and they run away and they go back to their old life. And then the cycle repeats itself. And I think that's why we have this World reversed of this lack of closure and lack of fulfillment, because progress isn't being made because we're running away from this new chapter in one's life. And a lot of it has to do with the idea that you don't have enough information or you don't have enough knowledge, that maybe you're too naive or that you're just not smart enough. Maybe you don't have enough wisdom or you just don't know enough of whatever this is, right? The Fool, or not the Fool, the Page of Swords reversed to me is someone who's scared to take a risk because they don't believe in themselves. They don't believe in their intelligence. They don't believe in their intellect. They think that they don't know enough. They underestimate themselves. And so they end up really kind of avoiding it. And it makes sense because we have the Fool reversed, is avoiding that, taking that leap of faith, avoiding that risk. And so it leads to this lack of fulfillment here, this lack of cycles being fulfilled and a new chapter coming into one's life because of this underestimation of your own intellect. And the thing is that you need to work on breaking out of that. And maybe working with other people is what's going to help you with this Three of Pentacles here. Maybe collaborating with other people is going to help you build a stronger sense of self, a stronger self-esteem, even building a stronger foundation in terms of believing in yourself in general and knowing that you do have the knowledge. And I think that by creating a sense of community that uplifts you, you'll see that you are not way in over your head. Is that the saying? You have a lot more potential than you really realize, and it's important for you to tap into that so that you can start a new chapter in your life. And I think that it's important for you, whoever this might resonate with, for you to trust that the universe will catch you when you take this leap of faith, when you perhaps follow this new opportunity that you've been wanting for so long, when you start a new endeavor, project, concept, idea, strategy, whatever this is, maybe a new job, maybe a new friendship, whatever this is. Once you trust in the universe and believe that it will catch you and you will be rewarded for your trust, you will see how far you can get and how far you will go by simply having that trust. I also feel as though some of you might be having like a change in beliefs with this Hierophant reversed. You know, like maybe there's just a change in beliefs, but maybe you're scared on acting on them in some way, however that might resonate with you. And I feel that you need kind of new information. You need new stimulus. And I just see you being afraid to go out of your way to find that new stimulus because maybe you are afraid of judgment from society. Maybe you are afraid from judgment from your own family. Maybe you fear breaking traditions, if that kind of makes sense. And I really do feel that it's a matter of letting go of the fear. Maybe it's the fear of rejection or the fear of being judged, the fear of being an outcast. Whatever it is, it's a matter of letting go of the fear, and you just have to go with the flow. You know what I'm saying? And with the Six of Cups, this talks about nostalgia. This talks about the past, childhood. It talks about your journey from childhood into adulthood. And it feels like some of you might be at a pivotal moment in your life where there is kind of this separation from childhood into adulthood. And some of you might be Can you hear that? That was my little cousin. Some of you might be a little bit hesitant or fearful or reluctant to move forward into whatever endeavor that you want to follow. And you might be hesitant to take this leap of faith because that will define your ascension into adulthood, your transition into adulthood. And maybe that's something that you are not entirely ready for, or you feel that you are not ready for, even though you very well are. Otherwise, you wouldn't be feeling so stuck and so unfulfilled. Does that make sense? And I feel that it's important for you to start planning, honestly, start building a strategy. I think by building a strategy and having a timeline, a general timeline of everything, you will begin to feel a lot more secure within yourself and within your intelligence and your intellect. And I think that is going to give you the courage to finally take the leap of faith that you need to take for whatever it is that you want to pursue or do or take on, whatever it is. I feel that that's really going to help you. And like I said, I think working with other people is really going to help you. You know, co-workers, your fellow classmates, friends, whoever this is. I think collaborating with other people, but also just like talking to other people in general. I feel like this kind of goes along with the you're not alone, you know. There are other people who are in the same boat as you. You're not alone. So talk to those people, ask for advice from these people, get their insight, you know, their wisdom, their experience, their knowledge, and brainstorm together so that you can finally kind of push yourself out of your own shell. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I hope this resonates for whoever watches this, whoever needs this. Let me know if it does. And I'll probably do more of this. I'm sure I will. So yeah, I would love to hear your comments or your feedback in the comments down below. Anything that you want to share, I'd be happy to read. And subscribe to the channel, share with your friends, family, loved ones, or anyone who needs to hear this message. And hit the bell notification to know when I upload my videos. If you want to book a personal reading with me, you can do so at sinfulpluto.com. And what else? If you want to find me on social media, you can do so on Twitter and Instagram at Sinfulpluto. With that being said, thank you. I'll talk to you later. Bye.